There we go.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's on stream.
Good.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
So we're live.
We are live.
Awesome.
We're live on YouTube's. Still very laggy, isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube seems to be a wee bit laggy, doesn't it? It seems to be a couple of seconds after
No, but like the
connection.
yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out another time. And new audio recording. 1 2 1 2 1 2. That looks like it's kind of low, doesn't it?
How do you tell how if it's low these wee things?
Yeah. Hello. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello. Blah blah blah. Yep. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that's maybe a bit better. Okay, so started recording.
Ready we go.
Yeah, so we'll just switch to that view and put the audio recording thing there.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Just gonna have a wee drink.
That's it. And a wee tea. I've finished mine.
Do you need to make another one before you start?
I'll have another one.
You're gonna make another cup of coffee?
Do you want to top up?
I'll hold on. I'll drink this and then make a fresh one.
Fresh one. Disgusting.
Just try and drink it the most disgusting way I can possibly think. So apparently we have two people watching now with that. If slurping away. Two people watching. As oops, hit the mic stand. Two people watching as I slurp my tea. No, the fish isn't quite. He's not quite making it. I wonder if I tip this down and. Oh, there he is there. What? Yep, hold on. So if you are watching, we are just setting up for our second podcast from our podcast show called Trust Us, We're Designers. And Adam, I'm Adam. No, wait, what? Nope, I am not Adam. I am Mike. Adam just wants to have another cup of coffee before he gets started. Well, that's making the outtakes. Happy days, thank you. So.
Oh.
Good. Good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
So I'll just do a video check. So there's me on video 1. There's you.
I'm over here.
You're over there.
Yeah.
I moved mine to get the fish in.
What's this fish called again?
I don't know. The other one died.
The other one died. It was. We'll just call
I think it was Finn Diesel that died.
Yeah, Vin Diesel died.
So
Who was the other one? Fish. This is Fish.
what was he called? The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I was, yeah.
Nah, forget it. We'll rename him.
We'll rename him.
Something else. Fishy McFishface.
Mantis Toboggan.
Mantis Toboggan.
2.
The second.
The second.
Right. Okay. So let's get started with this podcast then.
Cool.
Okay, so welcome to episode number 2 of our podcast, Trust Us, We're Designers. Hello.
Hello.
Can't think of any better introduction than that. This is Mike from We Are Geo and Adam from We Are Geo. You've already said hello, so there's no point in saying it again.
Hello again.
Hello again. So yeah, if you listen to our first podcast, I'm sure you're very excited that there's a second one. There's a sequel.
Yep.
Just as excited as we are.
Extremely.
We've invested in a little bit better technology. Our stream is a little bit better than it was if you're watching this on YouTube, or you're watching it on recorded YouTube. But also hopefully the actual audio quality of the podcast might be a little bit better. Well, then again, no, actually, we haven't upgraded any of the audio equipment. I've just got mic stands.
Yep. So the mic stands are going to help the audio.
Yeah.
I suppose they keep them in place.
Yeah, it's closer to your mouth because you were kind of quiet for the first part of the podcast last time.
Hopefully this time it's working better.
We'll
sounds better.
We'll forge forward anyway on the presumption that this is going to sound much better than it did last time. Certainly in terms of audio quality, not necessarily quality of the stuff that we talk about.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe this time before the end of the podcast, you can, whenever have we seen any nice design this week? Because I can't think of anything, but not to say that I haven't seen anything, but just obviously put on the spot.
Yeah.
Showing the level of preparation that we do for these podcasts.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So that you don't start talking about, I saw a really cool surfing video on Facebook.
That's pretty much, trying to think now, websites that I've seen.
It doesn't have to be websites. I know you're the web developer.
Yeah, well, designs that I've seen. Again, not sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yourself?
This isn't about me, Adam.
Yeah, well.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. What actually I'm going to do here kicking off. I was going to try and get our friend Chris to come in onto this podcast. He's an authorized Apple service fixer. One of them there guys. Anyway, he's telling me he's got iOS 10 on his phone now.
Okay.
Let me see. If you go onto the Apple website, as I do this right now, you can feel free to try this as well if you want on your phone.
Oh, on my phone.
If you want to,
Yep,
mess it
I'll
up.
Look.
So if you go to the Apple website,
on my phone, yeah.
Well, hold on, let me see. Even though the Apple website doesn't seem to be loading properly. If you go to the Apple website, on the homepage, it's there's a big banner advertising the new iOS 10.
Ah, yes, see that.
Now there's a link. If you scroll down to the bottom of this page, let me see.
I haven't watched the keynote on this yet.
Have you not?
No, have you?
I haven't actually either. I don't know what they said. Did they launch any new technology? I think it was a worldwide developer conference, so it's all the software side of things, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so if you scroll down to the bottom, it says Apple Beta Software Program, or for our American friends, Beta. Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd say Beta.
Would you?
Yeah, Beta.
I would say Beta. Beta.
Beta.
Yeah. Beta?
Better. Yeah, I don't know.
Because you think you're better than me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
terrible.
Right.
Right, yeah, you click on that and it says coming soon, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so scroll down and then just a little bit and it says sign up. So click on sign up. And, oh my goodness, the internet. Maybe that's why our YouTube stream is so bad. It's,
Oh, that's a nice wee effect.
what are you looking at the website?
Yeah, on the
What did
Apple
it do?
website, just the wee
Oh, the way
way
you
it
search
fades
for it.
in and
Yeah, whenever you scroll
scrolls up.
down, actually, they
Oh,
some of them, it's cool, isn't it?
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So,
That's my design of the week.
ah, you cheat, you cheater!
Just check out apple.com.
And what exactly do you like about it?
I just like the way those slide up and down. It's really nice.
And what? How do you think that's done, Adam?
I'd say with a wee bit of CSS3, but yeah, I'd like to think it was done with CSS3.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if you've seen it on your phone. Okay, so take two. I guess.
Yep, take two.
Yeah, I don't know. This stream is very, very poor quality. Why is that?
So they seem to have released the OS for everything.
Right.
It seems to be.
Hello. Yep. So it's still recording. Okay. Well, we'll restart. We'll make mention of this event. So hello and welcome to our second episode of our podcast series, Trust Us, We're Designers. I am Mike, and with me is Adam. We're from a studio called We're Geo in a town called Mollusk in Northern Ireland. So, hello, Adam.
Hello, Mike.
Oh, you told him my name. Never tell him your name.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is podcast number 2, take 2, because we had started recording there for a bit. If you've been following us on our YouTube stream, you will have live as we record. You may have noticed that there was a lot of there was about 15 to 20 minutes there of us trying to enroll in the Apple Apple software,
iOS 10.
the beta program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't quite go as according to plan. Just because whenever we went through all the steps, we thought we were going to get iOS 10, but we've got iOS 9.3.3.
Yep, and it's left us with a screen saying update.
Yeah.
Requested.
Update
So
requested.
We're not sure where to go from there.
For an iOS that we don't really care whether we get or not, because that's not the one that we wanted to
Yeah.
get. Who wants to get the beta of the very next incremental update from the version that we have?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see how what happens here as this update request. I suspect by the end of our podcast we'll be no further along than we were when we started, but
sounds about right.
well, anyway. So Ines, thank you very much for coming back to our second episode of our podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the first one. I'm assuming that's why you've come back for a second one. Either that or you're lost and you're looking for something else, or you were looking for a podcast that gives you some decent advice, and it's not just us talking. So really what this is just us shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
As they say. We'll talk about some bits and pieces of design here. I'm just noticing you've trimmed your beard.
I did, yep. I did.
Yeah. Because it
looks funny, doesn't it?
It does look a bit
Felt
weird.
funny when I first did it, but yeah.
Doesn't it? Because I I have I'm really rather beardy at the moment.
Yeah.
But I did trim this not that long ago.
Yeah. I did try. When it was warm there, you trimmed your beard.
Yeah.
I last week. I mean, was trying to grow a full beard, but it wasn't happening. So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you tried
I
full
tried.
beard?
I tried it, but it wasn't
You
working.
tried to go full
so I
beard.
just shaved and trimmed this beard. Yeah.
Okay, well,
it was crap.
I'm noticing that,
much.
like, I know we're supposed to keep our mouths relatively close to the microphone so that obviously everyone can hear us, but I can't get that close because
Yeah, the beard. Rubs
this
off it.
happens.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
on a beard hair gets stuck in the microphone. How gross.
Lovely.
Yes, anyways, you can probably tell, and if you have come back for this second episode, we do generally wander off topic, if there even are topics. We generally do wander off topic and talk about whatever fleets into our heads at that particular moment in time. But in this podcast, we are going to talk a little bit about E3, because yes, we are designers, but I personally like playing games. I'm sure you probably don't care, but what I'm going to do is just tell you about games,
Okay.
even though I haven't seen that much E3.
What is E3?
E3, good question. Right, E3 is the sort of annual games conference,
Okay.
where game developers and games console manufacturers will come along and they'll tell you all about, hey, look at this game that we've made that's slightly better than the one that we made last time, and we want you to pay us like £150 for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk a little bit about my experience using the iPad Pro for design.
Cool.
Saying we're going to talk a little bit about Apple. Yes, and we'll have a wee look here at the iOS 10 as far as we can see on the website. On an update on our software update. So software update.
See how that's going.
Mine is now downloading.
Oh, nice.
So
What's mine doing?
yours is probably downloading as well, is it?
Yep, downloading.
Yep, there you go. So only 6 hours left to go.
Oh, no way.
No, what does yours say?
4?
4?
4 hours.
What? No,
Yeah.
that's just straight up discrimination between my device and yours. Why would yours be 6 or yours be 4 and mine be 6? Because you're all of 2 foot closer to the router than me right now.
That could be it. Yep. That's pretty much. Yep.
Oh,
Has to be it.
fantastic. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the end of our software update. The third topic I think we're going to talk about is the CMS system that we use here in the studio called
Yep.
Perch.
Perch.
And
Yep.
Adam's got he's our Perch wizard.
Yep.
You're a wizard, Adam.
A wizard. Yep.
Harry
That's,
Potter reference.
Yeah.
So every podcast we're going to try and mention Harry Potter in
Harry
some
Potter.
way,
Okay.
because yes, secretly deep down I want J.K. Rowling to be my friend.
Okay. Cool. It's it's a good aim. Yeah. I still haven't seen all the Harry Potters.
Yeah.
Still.
Where did you get
We started
them?
watching one the other day.
Yeah, number 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you need to get them.
I think I would need to start watching them from the beginning again, because I've maybe watched the first 2, maybe 3, but I can't remember.
See, we could have a Harry Potter podcast sometime,
Yeah.
because I love the whole design side of Harry Potter. I love all of the theming and the props and the graphic, the actual graphic design. The Mina Lima, the graphic design studio in London that developed all of the graphic design props and stuff for in the film. I think it's amazing. That's what I love about Harry Potter.
Okay.
I mean, some people want to pretend that they're wizards. I want to pretend that I'm a wizard graphic designer.
Okay.
I don't need to pretend. I already am a wizard graphic designer.
Yeah.
So, I guess. Well, I suppose the first thing first topic we'll dive straight into E3, which is the games conference that is on at the moment. I suppose one of the main things to talk about is Microsoft having brought out their Xbox One S.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, which I know I have an Xbox One. You don't have an Xbox One. You
I don't have a games console.
well, you have. Yeah, you've got stuck on Xbox 360 and have not leveled up.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I have been convincing you, trying to convince you for a
Trying to
while.
convince me for a while. I used to play games quite a bit, and then over the years just
Are you-
haven't.
So are you saying you got a life?
Yeah, maybe. No. I just haven't played it as much. So lost a wee bit of interest in it, but then
See, for me again, I think it's the immersive. It's the immersive. They're becoming so. I guess the graphics are sort of catching up to my expectations.
yeah, the quality of the graphics are
Yeah, I mean,
massively changing.
yeah.
From what they were years and years ago. Like even from when I stopped playing games, it's changed
because we
dramatically.
played Alien Isolation there, didn't we? At Christmas time at our office Christmas party, we had a blast. Remember the Alien game?
Yes, that was good. First time I probably played a console in a long time.
Yeah,
It was a great game.
yeah, it was great. Like, yeah, I mean, I think as anyone who works in design can appreciate the geeking out that you can do on that game for art direction.
Yeah.
Because rather than go some crazy route of, we're going to make this. There's a lot of history in the Alien games. There's a lot of not the Alien games. There's a lot of history in the Alien films.
Yeah.
And really, I suppose. I suppose it's not it wouldn't be an unpopular opinion for me to say that every time a new Alien film comes out, someone tries to do something new-ish and they wreck it a little bit.
Okay.
But if you go back to the first Alien film, which is by far my favorite, just the art direction from Ridley Scott and that whole atmosphere that was created and the acting style and all of that, the temptation whenever you want to make an Alien game in the year 2000 and it was 2014 15, that it was
That game was released.
yeah that game
Okay.
came out. The temptation is right. Let's do our, it's set in space. There's been space travel. That's whenever you go back and watch a space movie in the 70s, and it's like, how did you fly here on like a magnetic tape with a flashing light and a switch? What did they like slingshot you from Earth?
Yeah.
Like how did this happen? So I the temptation is to go where let's try and make the technology a bit more believable, because obviously we're all walking around on iPads and stuff. What was fascinating about that game is that they decided, no, let's make it like it was in the 70s for the Alien film, and it's all very mechanical and very lo-fi. And I think as a graphic designer, you can really get on board with the art direction of this.
Yeah.
Is amazing.
Yeah. I think even like on the when you went up to the computer screens and stuff, it was all like based on the old movies, and it was like black background, green light, and like.
And even as well to make the titles at the start, they created the titles in the 20th Century Fox play opening titles for a movie or whatever, and they and anyway sort of cut animations and stuff like that they did on loading screens and stuff like that. They made all those, recorded it onto a VHS tape, mangled the VHS tape a little bit, put it back into a tape recorder, and then recorded what came out of that. So it looked like this is an old video from the 70s. It's like your VHS copy of Alien that you recorded off, Channel 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
But and it's been sitting there since the 80s, and you put it in and it's wrecked and it's playing all.
That was a pretty good sound effect.
Thank you. I watched a lot of Police Academy when I was growing up, so I'm remember
practicing like mad.
I remember Motormouth Jones. Yeah. That guy's
movies as well.
That guy's my hero. Oh, they are good films. They are good films. They need to. Well, I was gonna say they need to bring this back, but if they bring them back, they'll be rubbish.
Yeah, I don't reckon.
But so they did all that to the tape to give it just that. Really, we find this tape lying on the ground, and it just. But yeah, so E3, I mean, that's not to say that I don't love super ultra modern games as well, but I think they get so convoluted now, and I think the biggest criticism of Call of Duty, I think why it's dropped in popularity, is because every game that they bring out with the Modern Warfare series, like I've never really got on board with any of that.
Yeah.
It becomes so much more complicated. You have to do this and this, and this will do this, and this thing makes you fly, and this is a robot that does that.
Yeah.
Like, whatever happened to running around and just shooting
things?
Something like that Doom 4 game that came out. I was like, I haven't played it yet, but
it looks good. Yeah,
you just want to run around and shoot stuff, don't you?
A bit like Gears of War, you know.
Yeah,
it's one of the games that I've really enjoyed playing.
Yeah,
it's just really run around, shoot things to get through the levels, and
yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the flagships. To get back to the Xbox One, that's one of the flagship games they've sort of brought out as a demo that they're, you know, it's along with the Xbox One, you know, this new Gears of War game, and it looked like, that's the nice thing. It's, they kind of have stayed true-ish to Gears of War. It's still run around and
shoot stuff,
and
aliens,
cut aliens, and well, although technically, are you not the alien in Gears of War?
We're probably the aliens.
Yeah, but anyway, you know, cut them in half, and yeah, you know, yeah. But yeah, that was the nice thing about Alien Isolation. You had to build, you had to literally build stuff. It felt like, you know, with duct tape and bits, and
yeah,
you know, but anyway, yes. To get back to the Xbox One S, what do you think about the Xbox One S?
To be fair, because I haven't really looked at it, I think, well, from you showing the other day, the size reduction is pretty large.
I think that's the impressive thing about it, isn't it? Really, that it's that they've made it smaller, but at the same time, who cares?
Well, that might give you a wee bit more room on your TV stand to put something else in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's attractive, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've made it smaller, and they've made it white, and they've made it 40% smaller, and you know,
it's quite impressive that they've made it that much.
It is impressive that they've done that, and in such a short space of time, it's got so much shorter, or so much smaller. But I don't know. It's just, yeah. I'm not gonna. Well, let's put it this way. I'm not gonna run out and get one.
Okay.
Because I mean, 40% smaller doesn't justify me spending another, what was it, like 300 odd quid or whatever to.
Yeah, I suppose I'm sort of, if I was going to buy a console, I'm in the position that maybe I would go for one.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're going to go in and get a new one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there was a good deal on a you know, the larger one.
Yeah, I'd maybe.
It's
just
basically the same, you know.
Yeah.
Which I suppose, as much as I'm going, you know, it sounds like I'm kind of dissing it here. I'm kind of glad that it's not a new upgrade, because I would be raging, because I, you know, a couple of years ago got an Xbox One, and now there's a new thing out that I have to spend a pile of money on.
Yeah,
because that's what I mean. I want to get the best graphics and stuff.
So I suppose there's no like change in games and stuff on this. It's still
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. This console, in terms of hardware, will output 4K. So, but it won't output 4K games.
Okay, so just video.
So just video. So I mean, maybe there'll be some sort of upscaling to make it a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't read anything about that. I mean, there might be, but no. It's not gonna. It's not. I mean, HDR, which is basically making colors a bit more vibrant and darks a bit truer and stuff. Again, who cares?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit of. You know, it's I don't know. Like, you can do that on your TV, can you not?
Yeah.
Surely? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, lighting is a big part of games, and HDR lighting is a big part of the realism of games and making them look cool and stuff. So it's one of those things. Unless I see it and I go, you know what, that looks really good in comparison to what I'm used to, then maybe I'll go for it.
Is there any change on the remote?
I think, I think the controller, they've made it... they've refined it in some way. They've made it a bit lighter and customizable or something.
Okay.
Did someone tell me?
Yeah.
They do have the Elite controller, which is just a lot more expensive, isn't it, really? But the other thing to mention from E3 in terms of Microsoft is what they are now doing is they're trying to put all of the games for Xbox One and Xbox 360. I think they're going to put it onto the Microsoft Game Store. So if
Okay.
you own a PC, you can log on to their game store and you can download the Xbox One games and play them from
On
your PC.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that, I mean,
that's
that it's clever from a Microsoft point of view, you know, that it's going to be, you know, they're this thing called Xbox Play Anywhere, which basically means that it should be cross-platform. So if you, like, I have a couple of friends who say, you know what, I'm probably going to get a PC and forget about my Xbox, you know, because you can do more things. That means if I want to keep a console and I can't really be bothered with getting a PC and setting it up, and I mean, for me, the convenience of a console is you put it on your TV and put it under your TV and play away.
Okay.
I'm going to be able to sit down and play with them when they're playing on PC. They can download the game on PC.
Okay. So if you were to buy the game on Xbox, you'd be able to play it on your PC. Is that, or is it?
Well,
you
that's
would
a good
have
question.
to buy, or is it just that you can play?
If you buy the physical
each other?
disc,
You can't.
that's a good question. I would say it probably has to be digital.
Okay. Yeah.
Then,
that makes
well,
sense.
you know, maybe they'll do some sort of redeem code. You know, there's a code you can put in and
Okay. Yeah.
it'll let you, you know, play it. I'm not entirely sure, you know. But yeah, I mean, those are a couple of interesting wee things. Just, you know, specifically on Microsoft really or Xbox from E3. The only other thing would be just the particular game that I'm looking for. There's some new games that have come out, but one is Mass Effect. Did you ever play Mass Effect on 360?
No, never played. That. Good game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the very first one, there was something sort of raw about it. You know, you could go to a planet, you could drive around on sort of a wee buggy called a Mako, and the planets weren't particularly detailed, which is to be expected because it's a 360 game, but still impressive enough. You could drive around and you explored and you find maybe an outpost and there's a few baddies there you need to get out and blow away, you know.
Yeah.
But it felt a lot more exploratory in the first one. You could fly here to this planet, get out and do that. You couldn't go to every planet, but then whenever EA got into it a bit more, Electronic Arts, the games distributor, producer, whatever, they just narrowed that way down where it was like even the side missions were, the planets really were more, they fell closer to the main story arc, and they decided when you got out really and what you got out to do, and it was a very linear path in that you couldn't go into a buggy and drive around and decide where you're going to go. You were sort of forced to follow a path, even whenever they did bring in some sort of like shippy flight thing on the planet. You still were stuck to, you need to go along this way.
Okay.
You need to get from A to B. It was all very A to B.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're bringing out a new one called Andromeda, where it takes place in a new galaxy, and I think they're going back to that Mass Effect 1 thing where you can drive around. It's a bit more open world.
Okay, cool.
It does look cool. I think graphics are way up there again. It looks like it's the same kind of gameplay. So I hate having to go from like game 1 to game 2 to game 3 and having to learn new controls every time, because they've we've done
Change
this
stuff.
Yeah, we've done this new thing that you can do, and you have to relearn everything. You just
Yeah.
want to get out and shoot stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game.
Cool.
But I mean, that's about all there is so far, and that's caught my eye from E3. But you know, I'll be looking into it a bit more.
Yeah. Would that game you were talking about there, would it be for both Xbox and
It is, yeah.
PlayStation?
It comes out for PlayStation as well.
Cool.
And I think probably PC too. So
On PC.
so
Awesome.
yeah. Yeah, but it looks awesome. I know there'll be some really class games. But PlayStation always seems to bring out weak games that you're like, oh, that looks awesome, you know. But yeah, I'll have another look into all of this. And as E3 continues.
Yep. Cool.
So software update.
Software update. Yeah.
I am sitting at 4 hours remaining. Where are you up to?
I am still at 4 hours, so we've caught up.
We've caught up.
Both caught up. So,
So
both 4
right,
hours.
okay. So the discrimination has ended.
Yep.
Well, that's good, I suppose. But anyway, moving on to Apple and their developer conference. So they've released details and about their iOS 10 and Mac OS Sierra, which is a far better name than El Capitan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know what they're doing. They're going after mountains, aren't they? They're naming it after.
That seems to be the thing. It
Yeah.
started with waves, like Mavericks, and then seemed to have moved on.
Is that what that was?
That was Mavericks is a big wave spot in America. I think it might be. I could be wrong. I think it might be.
Because there was a wave
Yeah.
as the background, wasn't it?
So that was Mavericks. It's in America. Not
Did
sure
not-
exactly where.
Did not
but
follow
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There you go. You learn
Mavericks,
something new
yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
So yes, so they're well. Hold on, I need to go to the actual. Need to go to the Apple website and we'll have a look at it here. So I mean, iOS 10. I mean, at first glance, it looks much the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of most of the iOS updates I feel are usually much the same, but I suppose
Yeah, since they changed the look and feel of it anyway.
to the flat design
Yeah.
from I suppose it just keeps consistent. You know what you're getting with them. There's never a massive change, so there's never a massive learning curve on theirs.
What do you feel about the flat design 3 or 4 years later?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of talk at the start, people not liking it and things like that. I think it was a good move. I think it looks clean. It's a lot nicer than what I was using when I broke my other phone. I was using an iPhone 4, and it was stuck on a previous version, and I think it wasn't a flat design, and it wasn't as nice. It wasn't as nice to look at compared to the flat design. I feel like it's nice, clean.
There's a lot of people who were really hating on the fact they went flat and the whole new. I like from the off. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It seemed to be a lot of people were like, no, don't like it, don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're continuing on with the flat design.
Yeah.
And they are this is their newest version, iOS 10. So let's have a little bit of a look at it here on the website, because we didn't catch the
keynote. No, I missed
from
the
it.
keynote as well. Yeah.
So the first thing I suppose you want to mention is you love the website.
Yeah, I like the animation when you're scrolling up and down of the iPhones, moving up and down the screen, and the iPad in the bottom right. It's really nice. Yeah, nice
Yeah,
movements
it's good,
while
isn't
you scroll. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Another day, another phone call interrupting the podcast. I'll let you go and get that one. And say I'm busy. Take a message. I'll call them back. Anyway, yeah. So iOS 10. So just as Adam's saying, the website and the initial website animation, it's lovely. We sort of gliding animation up and down there with using CSS3. I think whenever you get down in as well, like the individual animations within each of the iPhones, brings a lot of life to the page. It really helps show off the product and really helps show off what the new iOS is going to do. But it's just that extra little bit of interest that each of these wee animations as you go down do to catch your eye.
Yeah, it's nice.
It brings it, having that in a website. It helps. It's a great way to show off your product and demonstrate your what it can do. Is these very simple little animations, especially whenever it comes to something where it's going to show, there's 2 or 3 steps to what's involved in this.
Yeah.
That's just a flat image. Because take for example this image of messages here, and it's showing off there was something popped up there, but
It's like it's similar. It seemed to be sort of something similar to what Facebook are doing. Like
yes,
you hover, you can like something, so it's like send a thumbs up, or you can send a heart.
nice.
Like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, how else are you going to demonstrate? I mean, a flat image isn't going to show it, you know. So this is just these wee individual animations that are coming in here.
They're really nice.
They really help to show this off. But anyway, iOS as it is here, we'll just go over through some of the features here. Write yourself. So that's be able to, you can write something down in your own handwriting. I assume probably just using your finger on the screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Send a handwritten message.
People wouldn't be able to read a thing I wrote.
No.
So, but yeah.
Smiley face lifting weights.
Yeah.
There we go. Name check the smiley face lifting weights. So the other things are, what's this one here? Oh, there's a wee replay button so you can see the animations again.
Oh, that's cool.
It seems to be just the way the bubbles animated well, or
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
yeah, all right. So you can make them do stuff to bring more emphasis. That's cool. Right. So say things like happy birthday or congratulations with animations that take over the entire screen. So I wonder, do these automatically detect that you've said happy birthday and it does this?
I think, yeah. I wonder if that's
Does it
similar.
understand what you've written? Yeah.
I know, like on Facebook Messenger as well. Again, they have like a button, and you can like send wee things, like it go over the whole screen. It's like,
I mean, that's what they're trying to do with these,
yeah,
isn't
it
it?
seems
Really,
to be the way they're going.
they're trying to get into the whole Facebook Messenger and
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp seems to have like sort of. They don't seem to have changed much.
No.
In the past few years, like I thought when I think Facebook bought them over, so I thought they would keep up with the Messenger app, but it seems that
They're going to shut it down, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, I think they've bought over just to really, they keep it ticking, but they don't seem to be doing many updates. I don't feel they've done as much as what they've done to the Messenger app anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're probably going to strip it. They're going to let it just expire by popularity. They're probably saying, they're going to buy it over, but they're not going to close it down.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to upgrade Facebook Messenger, let WhatsApp do nothing, so everybody goes, well, I'm bored with this, and Facebook Messenger's way better, and then they can turn around and go, well, everyone stopped using WhatsApp, so
yeah,
let's close it.
Stop using it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's obviously this is in response to Facebook Messenger that Apple are going down this route and trying to do more things, and it's about time. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I think what we're seeing at the minute here on the site, it's looking great. It looks like it'll be nice to use. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Apple sort of notoriously can be, well, arguably can be criticized by saying they're behind the curve sometimes on things, but
yeah.
I think really they like to sit back and go, let's see how this works, and we'll do a version that it's all about stability, isn't it? Stability of their computers and their software. Yeah. They don't like to throw in just willy-nilly stuff that they're going to have to,
something that's not going to work properly.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's software, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not completely infallible, but then sometimes they do jump on things that don't last or stand to the test of time,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to see this. This is obviously, I mean, yeah, because from just using Facebook Messenger, I was like, or even Skype, I was like, there's so many more things I can do with this. If we just, maybe I need to, I just said to my wife, look, let's just use Facebook Messenger from now on. You know, I mean, I only have a Facebook account really to use Facebook Messenger for some friends.
And it is handy.
I really have it for business. I don't really use it for anything else. But I send you guys in work messages and my friend Simon in America messages, and that's probably really about it. You know. So yeah, let's see, what else have we got? iMessage apps easily access your favorite apps to create and share content, make payments, and more without leaving messages.
Right.
Okay. So does this have an animation to show you how it works? No?
It doesn't seem to.
Right. Okay.
Could be
bit
Could
more
be cool,
integration,
yeah.
so you don't have to. Yeah, I like it whenever things are integrated in app. That they can. Just we're talking about messages, and I get a message. Yeah, you know, I like whenever they integrate them, you know, something within something, so that you reduce the amount of steps. And very much whenever we're doing web design and you know, the user experience, we're focusing on that. We do like it's a fundamental of it, isn't it, to try and reduce trying to get from point A to point B and find relevant information. You know, we always like to design stuff to be there and easily accessible.
Yeah, definitely.
Siri now
just make it as easy as possible for people. You know,
Siri now opens Siri now to open apps. So, yeah, this was a feature from Siri I often thought was missing, that you can, you can tell it to do a function.
Yeah.
You know, rather than, I mean, really, it's telling it to do stuff is like send Adam a message and then dictate to Adam the message.
Yeah,
or read my emails and stuff, and but you play the latest track. But if you want to play your music from Spotify, it's like Siri doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else have we got here. Street Smarter maps can make proactive suggestions for where you're likely to go and the fastest way to get there. So this is them really learning about you, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, that's something I suppose they were already sort of doing with it. Well, they were doing with the apps. They know like how long it's going to take you to get home. Like they sort of know where I've came from in the mornings, and it's like it's going to take you half an hour to get to here when I leave work. I think it's cool. But yeah, there must be some amount of tracking there for the where I'm going to and where I'm going from. You know,
they have you pegged. They know where you've been.
Yeah,
they're like some sort of stalker or like jealous girlfriend. That's you know you're whenever you're younger, like where were you? Where'd you go? This is what Apple's doing.
Yeah, it's like what we were saying in terms and conditions.
Yeah, we're gonna stop.
There's what we've signed up to.
Yeah, we will tell you where you're going to go. We will tell you what you want to do. We control you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Well, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, everyone that gets a bit scared of that kind of thing. I sort of go, I go, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm the same. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, there is that side to it where you're like, Big Brother's watching you, but I mean, so
yeah, unless you're really the watch.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, unless you're gonna be Will Smith in Enemy of the State, where you're trying to run away and they're trying to track you and all the rest, Yeah,
and you're gonna ditch your phone.
You're gonna ditch your phone anyway. So who cares if they tell you to go to Starbucks? But he's in Starbucks. They probably yeah. Oh dear. So Home Smart. The new Home app lets you turn on lights, unlock doors. See, this is this feels a wee bit HAL. What is it, HAL 3000 or HAL? From oh my goodness, why can't I remember this? Oh my goodness. Oh, I should hang my head in shame. Stanley Kubrick, Space Odyssey. What is it? Is that no?
I'm not sure.
Space. No. What? Space isn't even in it. That's what it is. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's the name of the film. Really? Oh my goodness, complete brain fart there.
Okay.
Have you not seen?
I haven't seen it. No.
You haven't seen 2001?
No, I have not seen it.
Mate. Okay, well, it's a bit.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit trippy.
Okay.
But I mean, it was the 70s, like, wasn't it? But it's so cool. Have you seen Interstellar yet? You haven't seen Interstellar?
Have I seen? Not 100%. No. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, people kind of pegged Interstellar as like the new 2001, and I guess that's kind of what it was hitting to be. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not going to say too much about it because I could talk about it for ages because it's 2001. It's Stanley Kubrick. It's an epic space film and vision of the future and imagination of space, and they used models and stuff, to create the environments, and it's before CGI and stuff. It was. Cool. It does get a bit trippy at the end, it's a wee bit existential at the start and a wee bit existential at the end, and the bit at the end you're sort of like, what? Yeah. What?
Okay.
What? But
So-
anyway,
so one to watch.
yeah, there's a bit in it